Hey, y'all, I'm back. Get me a little sip of coffee for my new mug. My son's going to Wake Forest University to play football, in case you didn't know. All right, here. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to do this brine for these chicken tenders. I'm going to do 2 different brines. And look, I don't generally measure things, so I guesstimated that, and I apologize for that if you're a measure person. But I'm kind of used to that dump cooking thing. My Granny Ingle did it, and I've just watched people do it. Gladys Clapp does it. Anyway, point is, when you're baking, you have to measure. When you're cooking food, once you really start cooking a lot, you kind of get a taste for what you like. So I'll give you the measurements best I can. Now look, this is the only liquor I could find, okay? And there ain't very much of it. So I'm just going to put, probably maybe 12 or 18 pieces of chicken in this. But I'm going to pour that whiskey in here. And I'm also going to put just water straight out of the tap. I don't know if y'all need to see that, but it's probably about a cup of water. And then I'm going to add my spices. I'm going to add just about a half a teaspoon of rosemary, because I like rosemary. And I had this amazing fried chicken years ago at the Juke Joint in Atlanta, and they put rosemary in theirs, and it is holy moly delicious. I'm going to put about a teaspoon and a half of garlic salt. And then I'm going to put about a teaspoon of table salt. You got to have salt and pepper on chicken. That's just my rule. Personal preference. Alright, now I'm going to put, hang on, I'm doing multiple things. I'm also doing mac and cheese in the crock pot, which I'll get back to that. Anyway, so got that. I'm going to put about, let's see how many pieces of chicken I have. I have 5 bags of chicken tenders, and I thawed them and rinsed them. Lord, let me get that in there. I rinsed them, okay? Just so you know, for you people that keep asking me about cleanliness, don't get me wrong, I get it. I don't want to eat in somebody's kitchen that is nasty. That's not my cup of tea. All right, so let me put 2 more in here. This is just kind of an experiment, to be honest with you, because I've never done this. So my friends tonight are going to be the taste testers of this. Now, I'm going to toss this a little bit, and this will go in the refrigerator, okay? All right, now let me get back to something that I'm more familiar with. My Aunt Pam's fried chicken tenders. Now, she does hers just a little different, but this is basically the same, okay? She puts hers in buttermilk, and I can't remember if she marinates those suckers overnight or what. But for time's sake, I'm going to marinate them until tonight when we go to frying them. So I'm going to just pour all of the rest of my chicken tenders in here. And I'm going to deep fry mine in peanut oil, y'all. I have a friend who is a owner of a Chick-fil-A, and I asked about his chicken tenders, and because I love them, and he said that they use pickle juice to marinate them in, and that they deep fry them in peanut oil. So I'm washing my hands because I just handled that chicken. Now, I'm going to cover these in buttermilk, okay? And you really want to cover them. I'm going to save about half a cup of buttermilk for part of my dredge for later. For that brine chicken. My Aunt Pam doesn't dredge, I don't think. But anyway, I'm going to put some salt, and this is a bunch of chicken, so I'm going to put about a tablespoon and a half of salt. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of black pepper. You rinse my hands. Gets under your fingernails. Now, here's where Aunt Pam and I are a little different. I'm going to put about, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire. I think it gives it a little kick. That looks about right. Okay, maybe just a little more. Anyway, you can do what you want to. If you like it hot, you can put hot sauce. Totally up to you. But I'm going to get my heat from this blackening seasoning. that I bought, I think, at Tuesday morning. But anyway, I'm going to use about a teaspoon of that because, you know, my family doesn't like things extra spicy. But now keep in mind, this is a bunch of chicken. I'm also going to add about a tablespoon of garlic salt. For a little bit of a kick, I'm going to add a little bit of chili pepper, about a teaspoon. And again, you can do what you want to with this, because after you marinate this and you dredge it to fry it, your dry ingredients is going to be flour, maybe a little bit of cornmeal. Not sure about that yet. I'll get back to you. But Aunt Pam's is flour, salt, pepper, garlic, salt, and I think that's all. Anyway, I might have to call her before I do that this afternoon or this evening. So anyway, that I'm going to cover, and it's going to go into my refrigerator. I'm going to give it a little stir so that all those spices get down in there. And all of my chicken is equally coated with the buttermilk. Buttermilk helps break the chicken down and make it tender. I don't know the chemistry behind it. I don't really care. I just know that it works. And you know what? I am going to put a dash of hot sauce. I just can't help it. I'm sorry. Hang on a minute. I just love like Bojangles fried chicken. It's got just a little punch, not a lot. So let's just do a teaspoon, or maybe 2, of that. And then, I feel good about that. That's going to go into the fridge until I'm ready for it when we get back tonight after taking my friend Linda to lunch. We're going to come back here and have a throwdown. But I will be frying this chicken today and then refrigerating it overnight and then serving it to my family tomorrow around 1:30 at room temperature.